Hey there, and happy Monday. And you figure, well, why am I wearing this Ripperverse hat for? Because I wanted to break it in, and also I just got off work and my hair looks like shit, so I figured why not try this hat on my big ass head. But before we get started, let's get back to some good old Evan Williams eggnog, and this shit is freaking delicious. But as I did in the past, because I've said before, I get guilty, and I feel guilty sometimes that, that's good. I feel bad that different news articles pop up during the week and I just can't upload because of life and things of that nature. So as I did before, what I'm going to do is show you guys about 5 or 6 random news articles, give a quick minute recap, and just tell you how the week of the entertainment world has been. But as I always do, let's start with some eggnog and drum roll. Ready? That is so good. Okay.
It tastes so good.
As I do, the past week I've got some new subscribers. Thank you to everybody. Unfortunately, with my notifications, as you can see, it says right here, Rachel Miles. Thank you, Rachel, so much. It is so greatly appreciated.
Oh, thank you kindly.
And just comments about my laser reviews and Rings of Power and things of that nature. So, okay, but before we get into it, we have trailers to cover, James Cameron Avatar, as usual, Nobody, things like that. So, before we get into it, one more chug and, well, enjoy the intro. Ready? Tis the season. Okay. So let's kill this. And, because I said YouTube and being I'm new and stuff in a smaller channel, I'm not sure how much I can show, copyright infringement, things of that nature. So as you can see, the first one this week was the official Indiana Jones 5 trailer. Now, I'm just going to play it, and for a quick 6 seconds, not sure what's going to happen. I'm not getting into it because, again, so was it good? Was it not good? Yes, the music is pretty cool. Yes, it's awesome seeing Harrison Ford for the last time. Yes, they are going to de-age Indy. Is it going to be any good? Like most people, I have no hopes for this film whatsoever, but time will tell. And I follow this guy often called Doomcock, and he does this Overlord DVD with a little squid there, Harvey, and so many rumors about, well, de-aging Indiana Jones and time travel, and supposedly Indy dying with Phoebe Waller-Bridge there from Fleabag. I've never even seen Fleabag, so I don't care. Supposedly her taking over the role of Indiana Jones. Don't know if it's going to happen, but like anybody, I still will go see it. I'll be fair, but I have no hopes, okay? So we're going to kill that. Now to something good is the official Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. Let's just do this quick 6-second rule.
We were gone for quite a while.
So,
No matter what happens next.
okay, so it sounds probably bad, but I'm playing off the microphone here. And James Gunn, the final Guardians, because I'm sure maybe we'll see Rocket somewhere or Groot, but Batista even said, like, guys, I'm turning like 53 years old, and Drax always has his shirt off. It's getting harder to play him, especially with James Gunn officially going over to DC and like running DC's head of like the DCEU and stuff. James Gunn won't be coming back for any more Guardians films. I do want to see this. It's cool seeing Adam Warlock. I do think it's pretty stupid bringing him in now, since Adam Warlock should have been helping them fight Thanos with the Infinity Saga, but okay. But I am looking forward to seeing Guardians 3, and I will do a review later on during the week. I thought the Guardians Christmas special was just a ton of fun. I laughed, I smiled, it was cool as hell. Now, this may not affect everybody, but the official, and I was happy, Transformers Rise of the Beast. And for me, and all my friends that were 90s kids, I so much adored Beast Wars, and it was cool as hell. And yes, I will admit that the live-action Transformers films have not been the greatest by any means. I still would defend the first 3, and fuck it, even Age of Extinction and Optimus Prime riding a big-ass, Tyrannosaurus Rex. But the last one, Last Night, even as dumb as Transformers films were, even Michael Bay was just like, you can tell something was different. He wasn't trying, he was checked out, and whatever. It didn't do as anywhere near as good as the first 4. I do think Bumblebee was actually a pretty good film. I had a ton of fun with Bumblebee. So this is going back into the whole like G180s universe. Peter Cullen coming back as Optimus Prime. And as they always do, it does look great, but just seeing Optimus Primal, which I'm hoping, it's the big monkey and stuff, and we'll do 6 seconds, and I mean, hey, that's the official Rise of the Beast and shit. I just want to see the monkey. Show him the monkey. For millions of years. Well, I said, I don't know YouTube's algorithm, so like I said, I don't want to kill it and piss somebody off. I'm at still low subscriber count, but you never know. It's like some copyright strike or some shit. So, but yeah, I'm going to go see Beast Machine or whatever. Well, this is Rise of the Beast, but it's Beast Wars, let's be honest. I'm gonna go check it out. And now to say the least, boy James Cameron, the legend of James Cameron.
His name is James Cameron, the bravest pioneer. No budget too steep, no sea too deep. Who's that? It's him, James Cameron.
He was saying some things about Avatar 2, and it's funny is, this came off forward, but our good old buddy, I'll show you in a second, James Cameron, Avatar director, calls testosterone a toxin, and you're like, Nani?
Nani?
Okay, I'm not sure how much was taken out of context, but Cameron, what's just funny is you scroll down, look here, the critical drinker, and Avatar director James Cameron says testosterone is a toxin men must terminate from their system. And here is good old Elon's like, testosterone rocks, not gonna lie. But by saying testosterone rocks in his response, Musk presumably wasn't referring to testicles, but he's saying that it's a good thing, and NGL stands for not gonna lie. Now, I don't know, I'm not gonna get into the whole political aspect of this. Cameron, what he basically seemed to be saying, because I'm not gonna read the entire thing, was that, he's like right here, when he's talking about way back when, over the budgets of Titanic and Avatar, two of the mega hits that he had directed, he engaged in a lot of F-bomb laden shouting matches. In this case, F-bomb presumably didn't mean Fiduci bomb. He was saying fuck. Just get over it, guys. But a lot of things I did earlier I wouldn't do career-wise, and just risk that you take as a wild, testosterone poisoned young man. And I always think of testosterone as a toxin that you have to slowly work out of your system. I would disagree because, God, what was it? Mad Max Fury Road and George Miller there. Guy was in the 70s still doing balls to the walls action, and it makes you kind of scared because it's like, Cameron, well, all that testosterone that made Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 and True Lies in that nature, even the first Avatar, Titanic, but now it's like, if you're having less testosterone, is Avatar 2 going to be really shitty because you're not going to like push the envelope, you're not going to make it an action film? And I don't know, it's just like, dude, I'm not sure, Cameron. I still gonna go see The Way of Water, and all right, let's move on from this one.
James Cameron, explorer of the sea.
Now, you may or not remember Willow. I have not watched, like, the new one just came out, the series. This came out back in 1988, and I still think Willow, it was a really classic, humble, cool fantasy film, and George Lucas, after he got done with the Star Wars trilogy, and it was very cute for its time. I haven't watched it yet, and apparently it has some representation, because of course it is. And right here, Lucasfilm's Willow audience ratings in the toilet, described as farging bestest of a crap show. So I'll go through real quick where it says the 88 Willow film, and it's described as a story about an unlikely crew of heroes on a quest to protect Anduin from an even larger foe. Now, what the show's creator was saying, Jonathan Kasdan, was that they have a queer relationship. Now, I haven't watched it yet, but this is, what I've heard about that. There's like two lesbians that are predominant in the first episode.
Lesbians!
What's interesting is, I hope and I believe we're at a moment where you're going to see a paradigm shift in that. Hopefully the way it's going to happen is that these kinds of queer stories,
Gay?
particularly like this one, that were just organic to the narrative we were telling.
And it seems forced.
Okay, and that's people's problem, is like the first Willow didn't focus on this stuff, and people would say that, well, it's a product of its time, but like, well, if you're gonna make a sequel, then don't change everything up. So, of course, because it's part of the landscape of the world around us, like,
There it is!
why should the world of Willow reflect the world around us? And that's
Doesn't make sense.
one thing I love about the movie, is that you have this very classical fantasy, but at the heart of it, you have this very contemporary Val Kilmer character who has a sound that's unlike any other 80s fantasy character that had ever been. And it was important to us to keep alive the spirit of moving that genre into a contemporary sound. Oh, Christ. So it was a organic thing. It was not a decision that was ever made because we thought we needed queer representation in the show, or that was something we're intent to do.
Bullshit.
And of course, look right here, the biggest thing is the audience score. And 38%, to say the least, people are not liking this shit. The first two episodes came out. I'll review it at some point. I'll be fair, but yeah, some people would say, get woke or go broke, but people are not really happy. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at, boy, it's not looking good. IMDb too are slaying this shit.
Tell you what you call the police. Get what you fucking deserve.
Okay, I mean, good luck to Willow. I'll check it out, but man, it's like representation. Okay, bad news. Here's some good news. I hope this is true. Cosmic Book News. Dread 2 starring Carl Urban. I feel like fucking Rick. Coral.
Please.
Carl Urban is said to be happening in possible shared universe. Now, rumors about this, I hate this, rumors, is it official or not? Because it said that Dread 2 is back in development, starring Urban in the titular role. So, from Giant Freaking Robot, they say the sequel is back in development, which could mean that Urban could be starring in a new movie and quite possibly the TV series in development. Would be cool as hell. Does he want to return? He's even said before that he said he would love to do these. I certainly would be interested to revisit the character. There's such a great depth of material there that was created by John Wagner and various writers over the years. Particularly the stories revolving around Judge's death and lots of great stories. So, would it come to Amazon? Would it be a movie? Who fucking knows? Carl is the perfect character, perfect actor for this role. It was fantastic. I want to see more of it. Hey, let's keep our fucking fingers crossed. But, I mean, we'll see. Now, other good news is I'm going to review it sometime. I'm sorry, I'm getting to it. But Nobody. Who do you call? Nobody. Nobody 2 filming start with Bob Odenkirk teased by producer. So, they're basically saying that because they're mentioning these guys are producers for Violent Night, and I liked Violent Night, it was fantastic, go check it out. But they're talking about during an interview for Violent Night, we hope to make it Nobody 2's production next year. So fingers crossed. So our theory is you don't need to make a good sequel just to make a sequel. We need to make a great sequel. And it's so it's about making sure that we get it right. And if we do, I think there's a lot of hope that we can go next year. Awesome. Now, Odenkirk recently, well, I think 5 or 6 months ago, had a heart attack, and I guess he's doing a pretty full recovery. And just I hope that everything's going good and he can do it and stuff. So what happens with Nobody 2, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I can't wait.
So right here, boy, Lord of the Rings Theoden actor shares brutally honest thoughts on Rings of Power, and everyone saw my views on Rings of Power, but
your show sucks.
Theoden actor Bernard Hill, and they asked him right here. Check out his response if he had watched Rings of Power. No, not interested. It's a money-making venture, and I'm not interested in watching that or being in it.
That was cold-blooded!
Good luck to them and all that stuff, but it's not like the real thing. And he's not the only one. It's a bigger detail, but other actors that, have not been fucking pleased with the Rings of Power. But it's cool. Like, King Theoden, the king himself, was like, yeah, fuck this show, and we can't blame him, okay?
The king has spoken.
As I was saying, I did, just a whole week of review, different, interviews, different news articles, trailers. Apologize if I seem like I'm rushing. I shaved, if you can tell, because I did my official. Well, I recorded my official last night, my review on, real quick. I have to edit this, but Dark Harvest. I officially finished it, and I have to edit this, as you can imagine. So, yeah. Got a whole hour friggin' break. I'm looking at the time now, as I always do, and thank you to my new subscribers. I only seen one person for the notifications, which was Rachel. Love you and appreciate you hitting that button. The other 4 or 5 people, I'm not sure. Don't blame me, blame YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of work tonight, and this will be uploaded sometime tonight. Unfortunately, it takes time to edit this shit, and I apologize for the delay. So, as always, let me finish this. Check my fucking watch. I'm on time. Thank you everybody who supports me, and it's been a fun, kind of strange week with different news articles, but hey, we got some new trailers, some good, some bad, okay? So let me get Bender and finish this, and if you're ready, here we go, okay?
This calls for a drink.
And after this, oh boy, I'm heading back to work.